I chose Nicaragua for my country. Nicaragua is located in the middle of Central America, and she's the largest country there. 5 closest neighbors? Well, she's bordered on the north by Honduras, on the east by the Caribbean, on the south by Costa Rica, and on the west by the Pacific Ocean. El Salvador is located just across the Golfo de Fonseca from the northwestern tip of Nicaragua, El Tanque. Panama is on the other side of Costa Rica from Nicaragua, and Guatemala is on the opposite side of Honduras. Nicaragua is approximately 293 miles north to south and 297 east to west. Including her lakes, she is approximately 49,998 square miles. Nicaragua has an abundance of freshwater lakes and rivers. The largest lake is also the largest lake in all of Central America. Lago de Nicaragua. Lago de Nicaragua is approximately 100 miles, or 161 kilometers, long, and 44 miles, or 71 kilometers, wide. The total is approximately 3,191 square miles, or 8,264 square kilometers. This is larger than Delaware and Rhode Island combined. The second largest lake is Lago de Managua, which is about 36 miles wide and 16 miles long. The Tipitapa River runs between Lago de Managua and Lago de Nicaragua. They are both freshwater lakes. Nicaragua has 19 active volcanoes. Momotambo volcano is located on the northwestern shore of Lago de Managua, and the country's capital, Managua, is located on the southern shore. Nicaragua is also earthquake country. Over 5,000 people died from the 1972 earthquake in Managua, which happened on 12/23/72 at 6:30 in the morning and was a 6.2. They've had other earthquakes that were bigger, but none were that destructive. Nicaragua has a population of about 6.2 million, of which 25% live in the capital. About 69% are mestizo, 17% white, 9% black, and 5% Amerindian. Spanish is the main language, but English is also prevalent. The country is about 58.5% Roman Catholic, 23.2% Protestant, 0.9% Jehovah's Witnesses, and the rest a mixture. Health has been steadily improving, but is still not as high as it should be. Life expectancy at birth is 74.9 years. Men have a higher mortality rate than women, 200, as opposed to 116 for women per 1,000. Infant mortality is 18.8, and their health index is 0.856. Expected years of schooling has risen from 7.9 years in 1980 to 11.5 in 2014. Okay. The adult literacy rate is 78% and the education index is 0.527. The HDI is currently 0.631 and their ranking is 125. It has risen from 1990 when it was 0.5. The inequality adjusted Human Development Index is 0.48 and the Gender Development Index is 0.96. The Gender Inequality Index, or GII, is 0.449, or a rank of 95 out of 155 countries. The GDP as of 2014 is 11.81 billion. GDP per capita is 1963 US dollars. The Multidimensional Poverty Index is 0.088. Okay. Nicaragua is a very poor country, which should be surprising considering her natural resources. Besides an abundance of water, Nicaragua also has gold, silver, copper, tungsten, lead, zinc, timber, and fish. The agricultural crops are coffee, bananas, sugarcane, rice, corn, tobacco, cotton, sesame, soya, and beans. And they have beef, veal, pork, poultry, dairy products, shrimp, and lobsters. With 19 active volcanoes, there's plenty of volcanic soil, which is excellent for growing coffee. It also has food processing industries, chemicals, machinery and metal products, knit and woven apparel, petroleum refining and distribution, beverages, footwear, wood, electric wire harness manufacturing, and mining. Much of the poverty can be blamed on Nicaragua's history of colonialism and repression. Every time a leader tried to improve their lot, some outside force, usually American, acted in a way as to retard improvement. The U.S. occupied Nicaragua from 1912 to 1933, and they started the National Guard at that time. And there was a revolt from 1927 to 1932 under Augusto Sandino, but the revolt was quashed in 1934 by the National Guard under Anastasio Somoza Garcia. The Somoza dynasty had a stranglehold on Nicaragua from 1936 to 1979. The last Somoza was finally overthrown in 1979, but the Sandinistas were only able to hold control until 1990, thanks to the U.S. and the Iran-Contra affair. Nicaragua is a constitutional republic with their capital in Managua. They celebrate their Independence Day on September 15th, which is the date in 1821 that they gained independence from Spain. They have 15 administrative divisions or departments rather than states, with an additional 2 autonomous regions. The voting age is 16 and citizenship is by both birth and descent. The age of consent is 18 and the drinking age is 19. The current president is Daniel Ortega of the Sandinista National Liberation Front, or FSLN. He's been president since 2007 this time, elected in 2006, and is currently in his second term, having been re-elected in 2011. Terms of office for the president and vice president are 5 years. His council of ministers is equivalent to our cabinet, and the members are appointed by the president. The legislature is a unicameral National Assembly with 92 seats. 2 seats are reserved for the previous president and the runner-up candidate in the previous presidential election. The FSLN holds 62 seats, and the Independent Liberal Party, or PLI, together with the Sandinista Renovation Movement, or MRS, hold 26. The Liberal Constitutionalist Party, or PLC, holds 2. The FSLN's platform is primarily to improve the lives of Nicaraguans, increase health care, decrease illiteracy and child mortality, decrease poverty. Let's see. In the last election, the FSLN got 60.85% of the seats. The Independent Liberal Party got 31.59% of the seats. The Constitutionalist Liberal Party got 6.44%. Nicaraguan Liberal Alliance 0.76%, and Alliance for the Republic 0.36%, which meant that they didn't get any seats. Okay, the runner-up in the presidential election was Fabio Gadea Mantilla of the PLI. So he has one of the reserved seats. Okay, the places I found interesting were the Asamblea Nacional de Nicaragua, which is the National Assembly of Nicaragua, the National Palace of Culture, which has a great variety of exhibitions ranging from prehistorical bones and pre-Columbian ceramics to modern paintings and sculptures. The old cathedral, also known as Santiago of Managua Cathedral. Okay. And Lago de Nicaragua, which is this lake here, and Isla de Omotape, which is an island on the Lake Nicaragua. This beautiful volcanic island. And then we go up to, whoops, we go up to Lago de Managua. Okay, where'd it go? Let's go to Momotambo volcano. Okay. It's right there. Okay, and from there we will pull out a little bit so that we can see the lake, Lake Managua. And over in Leon, which is over here, there's the Cathedral of Leon. Whoops. Where'd it go? There it is. It was awarded World Heritage Site status with the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Okay. And Nicaragua has these islands off the coast known as the Corn Islands, which are a popular site for beaches, scuba diving, fishing, snorkeling, and honeymoons. Okay. There are some natural resource parks, beginning with Cerro Aponte Natural Reserve in the Madriz department, which is mountains, nature reserves, hiking, basically nature. Bosawas Biosphere Reserve, which has rainforests and it's protected area for jaguars, over 600 species of birds, monkeys, jaguars, macaws, and a variety of species. Okay. Then there's the Indio Maize Biological Reserve, which has sloths. And it has a higher number of species of trees, birds, and insects than all of Europe. And they have 4 different species of wild cats. Okay. Refugio de Vida Silvestre Los Guatazos is the only internationally registered tropical wetland area in Nicaragua. It has caimans, crocodiles, jaguars, monkeys, and feral pigs. Okay. And if we pull out further, Costa Rica is a popular vacation spot. It has zip lining and beautiful rainforests. Okay. And that's supposed to be over here. The capital is San Juan, which is another place to visit. Okay, and a little bit further down is the Panama Canal. I think Nicaragua would have been a better location for a canal, but oh well. Panama Canal bisects Panama from one side to the other. Another popular spot is Kingston, Jamaica. And of course, Jamaica is popular for one of the same agricultural products that California has. And it's also known for Ziggy Marley. Okay. Pull back out.